Hello students, welcome to all of you in our physics online lecture series. In the previous lecture, we have started the unit number 3, that is photoelectricity, X-ray and laser. And with the continue that lecture, we are going to discuss our topic, that is X-ray. In previous lecture, we have studied the production of X-rays. आपण काय केलेलं आहे की production of X-ray, how the X-rays are produced and what are the meaning of X-rays that we have studied in our previous session. Just we revise all this in a uh, quickly. That is origin of X-ray. What we have studied, the origin of X-ray. X-ray is discovered by the scientist, that is Röntgen, in year 1895. That we have studied. And also what we have studied, what we know about the X-ray. लक्षात आहे का तुमच्या की एक्सरे म्हणजे काय? What is the meaning of X-ray? The X-rays are electromagnetic radiations having very short wavelength. X-ray म्हणजे काय की X-rays are the electromagnetic radiations which are having very short wavelength. And what is the range of that wavelength? The 10 raised to minus 10 meter to 10 raised to minus 11 meter. It is the range of the X-rays wavelength. And you know that how the X-rays are produced. The when the fast moving electrons are suddenly stopped by the target atom, then the some unknown radiations are produced, and that unknown radiations are known as X-rays. त्यालाच आपण काय म्हटलेलं आहे, X-rays. How the X-rays are produced? The X-rays are produced by using Coolidge tube. The X-rays are produced by using Coolidge tube, Coolidge X-ray tube, or it is also called as a modern X-ray tube. What is the principle of this production of X-ray? The principle of production of X-ray is that when fast moving electrons are suddenly stopped by the target, then the X-rays are produced. Also, we have studied the diagram of that Coolidge X-ray tube. In that Coolidge X-ray tube, we have used the two metal plates. That is, one is the filament. The filament is connected to the terminal of battery, and we have taken the target atom, that is molybdenum or the tungsten, and the target atom on which the electrons are get bombarded, or the fast moving electrons, the beam of the fast moving electron is suddenly stopped on the target, and because of that the radiations are produced. And in that case we are using the step up transformer. We have studied that in the diagram. You can see that the step up transformer is used for the production of X-ray. What is the use of that step up transformer? Step up transformer is used to produce the high voltage, because unless you are not applying the high voltage, the radiations are not produced. जोपर्यंत तुम्ही हाय व्होल्टेज अप्लाय करत नाही तोपर्यंत तुम्हाला एक्सरेज प्रोड्यूस होणार नाही. जर तुम्ही 20 व्होल्ट 30 व्होल्ट इतका कमी व्होल्ट जर तुम्ही अप्लाय केला असेल, वी कॅनॉट गेट द radiations. For the production of X-ray, we need to apply the high voltage in terms of kV. That means in terms of kilovolt. आपल्याला व्होल्टेज कशामध्ये लावायला लागणार आहे? In terms of kilovolt. आणि त्यामध्ये तुम्ही बघितलं असेल, here you know that this target is placed, or it is inserted in between that copper tube, and this target is having certain property. What are the properties of that target atom? The target material is made up of tungsten or molybdenum. Why the tungsten or molybdenum is taken? Because the tungsten and molybdenum is having a melting point, high melting point. The target atom should be that it should have the property, that is the target should be having a high atomic weight, it should have high thermal conductivity, and it should have high melting point. That means एका छोट्या टेम्परेचरला मेल्ट होऊ शकत नाही, किंवा त्याचा ॲटॉमिक वेट जास्त असायला पाहिजे, त्याची थर्मल कंडक्टिव्हिटी ही काय असायला पाहिजे, जास्त असायला पाहिजे, सो दॅट वी कॅन यूज इट फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ X-ray. You know the construction, and in that construction I have already explained you what is happened. The filament is connected to the negative terminal of battery. Ammeter is used for the measurement of the current, and here step up transformer is used for the high voltage, and here the copper tube is connected to the positive terminal of a battery, and so the copper tube is considered as an anode, and in that copper tube the target T atom is placed at angle 45 degree. And what is the working of this when the cathode is heated on that? What is the working of this foolish X-ray tube? When the cathode is heated, what will happen? The electric current is produced. Electric current is produced, and so that the electrons, due to the thermionic emissions, are get ejected out from this metal filament. Because what will happen here, the cathode or the metal filament is get heated, and because of the heating process the electrons are ejected out, the electrons are moving out, and these electrons are having a very high speed. They are moving with a fast speed because we have applied a high voltage. Because of the high voltage, because of the applied high voltage, these electrons are accelerated with the high energy. These electrons get accelerated with the high energy, and this beam of electrons is focused on the anode. Then what will happen? These beam of electrons get focused on the anode, and when these fast moving electrons are suddenly stopped by that target, then they lose their kinetic energy. They lose their kinetic energy, and some of the energy is get converted into X-rays, and some of the radiations are produced, and some of the kinetic energy is converted into the heat, and some of the energy is used to convert it into the X-ray. That is 0.2% energy is utilized for the production of X-rays. Only 0.2% energy is utilized for the production of X-ray, and remaining 99.8% energy is utilized, or it is transferred into the heat. Heat is produced. A high amount of heat is produced at the formation of X-ray. After that, we have studied the minimum wavelength of X-ray. What we have studied? The minimum wavelength of X-ray. The formula for the minimum wavelength of X-ray. What is that formula? It is denoted by lambda minimum. It is nothing but for a given potential. For a given potential, the wavelength of X-ray cannot be less than certain minimum value, and that certain minimum value is known as minimum wavelength of X-ray. And how this formula is given? The formula is given by, that is hc upon EV. What is h? H is the Planck's constant. The formula क्या है? The formula है hc upon EV. What is h? H is the Planck's constant. What is the value of this Planck's constant? It is 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second. After that, what is C? C is the speed of light. What is the speed of light? 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And what is E? E is the charge on electron. Charge on electron. Charge on electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 90 coulomb. And capital V is the applied voltage. This is the value which can be changed. This is the variable, and this H, C, E are the constant value. So we can substitute all these three values C, H, E in the given formula, and we get the formula, that is 12,400 into 10 raised to minus 10 divided by V in meter. We get the formula for lambda minimum, that is 12,400 into 10 raised to minus 10 divided by V in meters, so that we can find out the wavelength of X-ray by using this formula in meter. What is the unit of this wavelength of X-ray? It is measured in meter. If you want to calculate this wavelength of X-ray in Armstrong unit, then what you have to do? You have to use the formula, that is 12,400 divided by V. because 1 into 10 raised to minus 10 is equal to 1 Armstrong unit. So this formula becomes, that is 12,400 divided by V is equal to lambda minimum in Armstrong unit. So this is about that up till now we have studied it in the previous, just we revised it. Now we have to see the properties of X-ray one by one. What are the properties of X-ray? X-rays are the electromagnetic radiations of very short wavelength. X-ray म्हणजे काय आहे? X-rays are the electromagnetic radiations of very short wavelength. So, what is the next property? Thus, this is the first property. The X-rays are nothing but the wavelength of very short wavelength, or the X-rays are the electromagnetic waves of very short wavelength. And what is the second property? They travel with the speed of light. They travel with the speed of light. What is the speed of light? What is the value of a speed of light? Yes, you know that. 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. This is the value of the speed of light. So the X-ray can travels with a high speed, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Next property, third property, they affect the photographic plate. They can affect the photographic plate. That means when the X-rays are come into contact with the photographic material, then the photographic plates will get blackened. So they can affect the photographic plate. What is the fourth property? Fourth property is they produce the fluorescence. They produce the fluorescence in many substances. They produce the fluorescence in many substances. What is the fluorescence? You know that the number plate is having a radium like a substance, that is known as fluorescence. So they produce the fluorescence in many substances. Now fifth property. What is the fifth property? They can be reflected or refracted under certain minimum conditions. They can be reflected or refracted under certain minimum conditions. काय होऊ शकतं? They can be reflect केले जाऊ शकतात किंवा रिफ्रॅक्ट केले जाऊ शकतात एका certain required conditions असेल तर. What is the sixth? They cannot be deflected by the magnetic or electric field. They cannot be deflected by magnetic or electric field. They cannot be deflected by मॅग्नेटिक और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. म्हणजे मॅग्नेटिक किंवा इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड अप्लाय केलं तर डिफ्लेक्ट होऊ शकत नाही, त्यांचं डिफ्लेक्शन होणार नाही. व्हॉट इज द नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी? सेवन्थ प्रॉपर्टी, दे हॅव हाय पेनेट्रेटिंग पॉवर. द एक्स-रेज आर हॅव्हिंग हाय पेनेट्रेटिंग पॉवर. तुम्ही ऑलरेडी बघितलेलं आहे की एक्स-रेज आर हॅव्हिंग हाय पेनेट्रेटिंग पॉवर. जितकी जास्त पेनेट्रेटिंग पॉवर असेल तेवढा जास्त that called as hard X-ray. Hard, more is the power, harder is the X-ray. Less is the power, then soft is the X-ray. That means hard X-ray and the soft X-ray. These are the two types of X-ray which is based on the penetrating power of that X-rays radiations. And so the X-rays are having high penetrating power. And what is the next property? They produce the photoelectric effect. They can produce the photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect काय करू शकतात? Produce करू शकतात. So what is the next? They are invisible to eyes. तुम्हाला दिसतात का X-rays? नाही. X-ray cannot seen by your naked eyes. So the X-rays are invisible to eyes. So this is the property number 9. Now we have to see the 10th number property, that is X-ray can kill the some of the form of animal cell. The X-ray can kill the some form of animal cell. So these are the 10th property, 10th property that we have studied. The properties of X-rays. What are the properties of X-rays? We have seen up till there are how many properties? 10 properties are there. The electromagnetic radiations are having very short wavelength. The X-rays can travel with the same speed as that of light. X-ray can produce the photographic effect. X-ray can affect the photographic plate. X-ray can produce fluorescence in many substances. They can reflected or refracted under certain conditions. They cannot be deflected by magnetic or electric field. They are having high penetrating power. They are invisible to eyes, and X-ray can kill some of the animal cells. Now we are going to see the application of X-ray. There are certain fields in which the X-rays are used. What is that field? In the engineering field. In the engineering field, what are the applications of X-rays, or where these X-rays can be used, that we are going to see first. In the engineering, see here, first X-rays are used to detect the cracks in the body of aeroplane. In the body of aeroplane. म्हणजे एरोप्लेनच्या स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये किंवा बॉडी मध्ये कुठलाही फ्लॉ असेल किंवा एखादा क्रॅक असेल तर तो डिटेक्ट करण्याचं काम कोण करणार आहे? एक्सरे. सो एक्सरेज आर प्रोड्यूस टू डिटेक्ट are used to detect the cracks in the body of aeroplane. What is the next second application in the engineering? That is, X-rays are used to detect the manufacturing defect in the rubber tires. म्हणजे रबर ट्यूब किंवा रबर टायर्स असे जे रबरचे मटेरियल्स आहेत त्याच्यामधला जर मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग डिफेक्ट असेल, म्हणजे एखादा टेनिस बॉल असेल किंवा तुमचा एखादा रबर ट्यूब असेल, टायर असेल, तर त्यामधला जर मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग काही एरर असेल तर तो डिटेक्ट करण्याचं काम कोण करणार आहे? एक्सरेज. So X-rays are used to detect the manufacturing defects in the rubber tubes or the rubber tires. What is the third? The X-rays are used to detect the flaws or cracks in the metal jaw. They are used to detect the flaws or cracks in the metal jaw. एखादा मेटल शीट असेल किंवा एखादा मेटॅलिक शीट प्रोडक्शन केलेलं असेल तर त्यामधला क्रॅक किंवा फ्लॉ असेल तर तो डिटेक्ट करण्याचं काम कोण करणार आहे? एक्सरेज आर used to detect that flaws. What is the next? The X-rays are used to distinguish the real diamond and the duplicate one. म्हणजे रिअल डायमंड किंवा डुप्लिकेट डायमंड ह्याच्यामधलं फरक ओळखण्याचं काम कोण करणार आहे? एक्सरेज. सो एक्सरेज आर यूज टू डिटेक्ट और डिस्टिंग्विश between the real diamond from the duplicate one. So this is the very important factor where the X-rays are used. What is the next? The X-rays are used to detect the smuggling gold at airport and docks yard or the ships. Because of the special properties of X-rays, the X-rays are used to detect the smuggling gold at the airport or the docks. तुम्ही बघितलं असेल एअरपोर्टला गेल्यानंतर चेकिंग होतं आपलं प्रत्येक मटेरियल जे काही बॅग्स तुमचे आहे, लगेज आहे, त्या लगेज मध्ये चेकिंग होतं. In that checking, the X-rays are used to detect the smuggling gold or the any material which is we are carrying. So these are the applications. Now we are going to see the next application, that is X-rays are used to detect the cracks in the wall. म्हणजे एक वॉल मध्ये जर क्रॅक असेल किंवा एखादा होल असेल तर दॅट क्रॅक आर आयडेंटिफाइड बाय द एक्सरेज. And now last next property in the engineering field, that is X-ray radiography is used to check the quality of welded joint. म्हणजे तुम्ही एखादा two metals join करता, that is welding, that is called as welding. If you join the two parts of a metal, then that process is known as a welding. That quality of welding is whether good or not. If there is any defect in that quality of welding, that can be identified using of X-ray radiography. So these are the applications of X-rays which are used in engineering field, or these we call that engineering application of X-ray. Now we are going to see the next application, that is in the scientific field, that is scientific application. These applications are used as scientific application. What are the scientific applications of X-ray? So we see one by one. What is first? X-ray are used to study the structure of crystals. क्रिस्टलचं स्ट्रक्चर जे आहे, म्हणजे आता आपण बघितलं की एखादा डायमंड आहे, डायमंडचं मग त्याचा शेप कसा आहे, त्याचा क्रिस्टलचं नेचर कसं आहे, that structure of that crystal can be studied by using the X-ray. So this is the first application in the scientific field. What is the second? The X-rays are used in chemical analysis. Chemical analysis, एखादा atom असेल त्याचं chemical ॲटमचं केमिकल स्ट्रक्चर काय आहे, त्याचं अनालिसिस काय आहे, तर ते केमिकल स्ट्रक्चर स्टडी करण्याचं काम सुद्धा एक्सरे करतो. So the X-rays are used in chemical analysis. Also, the X-rays are used to study the structure of rubber, plastic and cellulose. म्हणजे रबर, प्लास्टिक किंवा सेल्युलोज ह्याचं स्ट्रक्चर जे आहे त्याचं स्टडी करण्याचं काम कोण करतं? एक्सरे. What is the fourth application of X-ray? They are used for the analysis of structure of organic molecules. म्हणजे आपण जे ऑर्गॅनिक मॉलिक्युल्स आहेत त्या मॉलिक्युल्सचं स्ट्रक्चर जे आहे ते स्टडी करण्याचं काम सुद्धा कोण करणार आहे? एक्सरे करणार आहे. सो दीज आर द सायंटिफिक ऍप्लिकेशन, दीज आर द 4 सायंटिफिक ऍप्लिकेशन वेअर द एक्सरे आर used. What are these 4 scientific applications? To study the structure of crystal, that is the first. Second, they are used to study the chemical analysis. They are used to study the structure of rubber, plastic, cellulose. They are used to analysis of structure of organic animals, organic molecules. Now we are going to see the third field where the X-rays are used. What is the third field? That is medical field. In the medical field, the most important field where the X-rays are used, the medical field. So what is the application of X-ray in the medical field? The X-rays are used in surgery to detect the bone fracture. म्हणजे X-rays are highly penetrating. So they can penetrate through our body muscle, but they cannot penetrate through our bone. So if there is a fracture or a crack in the bone of our body, then that can be detected with the help of X-ray. So X-rays are having a high penetrating power. They can penetrate through our body muscle, but they cannot penetrate through the bone. So we can use in the surgery to detect the bone fracture. Where the fracture is there, that can be detected with the help of X-ray. You know that this is all of you know this application is very common, which is used in hospitals or which is used in medicals. And what is the second application? The X-rays are used to cure the skin diseases and destroy the tumor. This is the very important application where the X-rays are used. एखादा ट्यूमर झालेला असेल, एखाद्याला ट्यूमर झालेला असेल किंवा एखादा स्किन डिसीज झालेला असेल, तर जे काही अफेक्टेड सेल्स असतील तर ते डिस्ट्रॉय करण्याचं काम किंवा अफेक्टेड ट्यूमर जो आहे दॅट इज डिस्ट्रॉय करण्याचं काम जे आहे ते कोण करणार आहे? एक्सरे. द एक्सरेज आर यूज टू डिस्ट्रॉय द ट्यूमर or destroy the affected cells, and so it is used to cure the skin diseases. So this is the second application in the medical field. And what is the third? X-rays are used to cure the diseases like cancer. मी आताच बोलले होते की कॅन्सर मध्ये काय होतं की अनवॉन्टेड सेल्स जे आहेत कॅन्सर इट इज द डिसीज in which there are unwanted cell growth is there, and that unwanted cell growth can be stopped or can be destroyed. Unwanted cells can be destroyed with the help of X-rays, and so the X-rays are used to cure the disease like cancer. In the fourth application, what is the fourth application? The X-rays are used to detect the bullet position inside the body. म्हणजे स्मगलिंग थोडक्यात एखादं if any foreign material is kept inside our body, then that foreign material can be recognized or can be identified with the help of X-ray. X-ray can detect any foreign material which is placed inside our body. If there is a bullet, it can be identified by that X-ray. So these are the fourth this is the fourth number application which is used in medical field. So these are the 4 applications. What is that? The X-rays are used in surgery to detect the bone fracture. The X-rays are used to cure the skin diseases and destroy the tumor. The X-rays are used to cure the diseases like cancer. The X-rays are used to detect the bullet position inside the body. So here we have studied about the X-ray. What are the important factor? Important factor that we have studied: the production of X-ray, definition of X-ray, origin of X-ray. We have studied the properties of X-ray, and Also we have studied the formula which is important, that is minimum wavelength of X-ray, and next that we have studied the application. What are the application? Engineering application and scientific application and the medical application. So this is about the X-ray. In that, up till now we have studied the photoelectricity, X-ray, and now we are going to see our next topic, that is laser. आय होप तुम्हाला आतापर्यंतचा जो टॉपिक आहे तो अंडरस्टँड झालेला असेल, व्यवस्थित अंडरस्टँड झालेला असेल, आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपण आतापर्यंत काय काय स्टडी केलेलं आहे की फोटो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी स्टडी केलेला आहे. आफ्टर दॅट वी हॅव स्टार्टेड द एक्सरे मध्ये पण आपण त्याचे वेगवेगळे स्टडी केले, त्याचे ओरिजिन काय आहे, हाऊ द एक्सरेज आर प्रोड्यूस्ड अँड व्हॉट आर द प्रॉपर्टीज, व्हॉट आर द ऍप्लिकेशन्स, what is the what is the formula for the minimum wavelength of X-ray. That important points we have studied. Now we are going to see our next topic, that is laser. What is the laser? Laser is the third subunit in the third our topic or the our chapter. आता आपल्या chapter मधला हा third subtopic आहे laser. Laser is a very important topic in our chapter number 3 that we are going to see. What is laser? Laser, what is the full form of laser? Laser म्हणजे काय? Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. What is the full form of laser? Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So what is that by stimulated emission of radiation? Laser, it is the one type of radiation. And what is the main thing? It is the process in which in previous topic we have studied about the X-ray, how the X-ray is produced. In this topic we are going to study about the laser. What is the difference between the ordinary light and the laser light? Laser is a one type of a light, or it is a one type of a radiation only. And what is the difference between that our normal light, or we can say ordinary light, and what is the special features of this laser light that we are going to study. The properties of laser that we are going to see one by one. So what is the special properties that laser having? The first property, the laser light is coherent. Laser light is coherent. That means the all waves, all the wavelength of laser light are exactly in same phase. The light wave with the waves all are in एक्झॅक्टली इन सेम फेज. म्हणजे त्याची जर फेज बघितली तर ऑल रेडिएशन लेझर लाईट मध्ये सगळ्याची वेवलेंथ जी आहे किंवा त्याची जे रेडिएशन्सची सगळ्या ऑल रेडिएशन्स आर हॅव्हिंग द सेम फेज इन द लेझर लाईट. दे आर हॅव्हिंग द सेम फेज. कोहिरंट याचा अर्थ काय? दे आर हॅव्हिंग इन अ सेम फेज. सो this is called as a coherent light. So this is the main property of the laser light. What is the second property that we are going to see? The laser light is a monochromatic light. Mono means single, chroma means color. It is having only a single color. The laser light is having only a single color. Because of the single color, we can say that the laser light is having only one frequency, or we can say it is having the same frequency or the same wavelength. All the radiations of that laser light are having the same frequency or the same wavelength. म्हणजे जर तुम्ही रेडिएशन्स बघितलं, एखादं रेडिएशन्स बघितलं तर त्या रेडिएशन्स मध्ये काय असणार आहे? असं रेडिएशन्स असतात तर त्या रेडिएशनची जी फ्रिक्वेन्सी असणार आहे ती काय असणार आहे? सेम असणार आहे. ऑल दिस फ्रिक्वेन्सी of all radiations is nothing but suppose this is the one photon and this is the another photon. All these two photons are moving with the same frequency. त्याची जर फ्रिक्वेन्सी बघितली तर ह्या दोन्ही फोटॉनची फ्रिक्वेन्सी काय असणार आहे? सेम असणार आहे. They are having the same frequency, they are having the same wavelength. So this is called as a laser light. If these two photons are having the same frequency, तुम्हाला माहिती आहे light cannot be absorbed or emitted continuously, but it is emitted or absorbed in the form of small packets. That packets are known as quanta. That small packets are known as quanta or photon. त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो? क्वांटा किंवा फोटॉन. म्हणजे लाईट ही नेहमी एमिट केली जाऊ शकते किंवा ऍब्सॉर्ब केली जाऊ शकते. कशाच्या फॉर्म मध्ये? छोट्या छोट्या स्मॉल युनिट्सच्या फॉर्म मध्ये, आणि त्यालाच आपण काय म्हणतो, फोटॉन. आणि मग ह्या फोटॉनची फ्रिक्वेन्सी किंवा त्याची जी वेव्हलेंथ आहे ती काय असणार आहे, सेम असणार आहे. आफ्टर दॅट what is the third property? The light is unidirectional. The laser light is unidirectional. Laser light is unidirectional. So the light produce a sharp focus. The light produce a sharp focus because of the unidirectional. त्याची डायरेक्शन जी आहे काय असणार आहे, सेम असणार आहे, म्हणून त्याला युनिडायरेक्शनल म्हणलंय. आणि त्याचा फोकस काय असेल, शार्प असणार आहे. आणि लास्ट प्रॉपर्टी आहे, द बीम इज एक्स्ट्रीमली इंटेन्स. The light is extremely intense, means brightness is more. The laser light is having a extreme brightness. त्याचा brightness जो आहे तो काय असणार आहे, जास्त असणार आहे as compared to ordinary light. जर ऑर्डिनरी लाईट घेतली आपण, बल्ब घेतला, तर त्या ऑर्डिनरी बल्ब पेक्षा लेझर लाईटचा जो ब्राईटनेस असणार आहे तो काय असणार आहे, जास्त असणार आहे. So these four properties are very very important. One is the laser light is coherent. Second property is laser light is monochromatic. Third property is it is unidirectional, and fourth is it is extremely intense. So all these details of the laser light we will see in the next lecture. Up till that, thank you.